So annoying because the page numbers are like very faded as well, so you really have to look.
Turned on. That's probably a thing I should probably do is turn on the microphone. That'd be definitely a smart
Hi,
idea.
Bouncy.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm
I
doing.
always forget to turn on the
How are you?
microphone.
Yeah.
Alright, let me transition on over to the overlay. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
It's good to hear. I'm doing alright. Totally didn't forget at last second about this. Again.
Totally not like every single time.
Where
Yeah,
can I find
it's honestly
in
an
the
issue.
PHP? Where can I find like the price of potions?
The price of potions. Ah, I see. You will not
Is it
find
in
that
the
in the
adventuring gear?
PHP.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Yes. I can do a quick reference for you to see if I can find an exact price. I need to turn down the spooky music. While I do
Spooky
this, yeah, it's a good mood for this.
Yeah, I like the spooky mood.
It's 50 gold for each. Oh, thank you, Warlock. Do you know the source of that?
Each.
I want to see, like, for the other ones, too. But while I look for that, someone please give a recap.
What did we do last session? Beetle, Osho came back to life.
Yes.
Then what did we? Yeah, we just tried to go back to camp. Were ambushed by these tree people.
Yeah.
Almost died.
The flame blights.
Yeah. Then Osho ran around in a circle, shooting them again and again with his magic, like really close.
We just about clutched.
Yeah.
Because Cash almost died because I think she was on like 2 failed saves and 2.
It wasn't even two. It wasn't even two. It was. I think it was one like success and 2 failures.
It
I'm
was.
pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like
then we went back to town, bought a bunch of stuff, and that was kind of it.
Yep.
Fantastic. So, that is going to place us at evening time in the city of the Quartermaster Stronghold. Stockpile. And so, there are a few things that need to be made aware of. And by few, I mean one, and by having people be aware of, I mean only one person probably needs to be aware of this, and that is the fact that the lunar calendar has reached a rather lovely time in its cycle.
Is it full moon yet?
Oh, you feel like tonight's gonna be a full moon.
Oh, he's gonna turn into a goat. Oh no.
But we can worry about that when nighttime does strike. I'm sure all of you would like to see the lodgings for tonight.
Yes.
Alright. You all may find a tavern to lodge in for tonight.
So we're just out in the street somewhere, right?
Yeah, you just finished shopping, you've placed in your orders, and you're feeling pretty tired.
Yeah, right, then let's just go look around and see if we can find the tavern.
Yeah, let's find the tavern, guys. You guys have any preferences, or you just want to go somewhere? Want to go somewhere cheap, somewhere a little bit more luxurious?
Well, maybe after
I don't think where we stay it really matters.
Oh, but you know.
Oh, it matters greatly.
But we could stay somewhere nice, you know.
I assure you, the tavern you pick during this time is incredibly crucial. It could be life or death.
Oh, well, we go to the Gilded Dragon again.
Well, we're gonna go to the crack house on the corner then.
maybe we can go back to the carriages, carriage men or whatever, the coachman. The coachman's manor.
But that wasn't here, right?
It was here.
It was.
Oh,
here.
Was here?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, we could ask if they have a place for us to stay. We're basically part of him now, so
yeah.
I don't see why not.
We don't report to Midas about the dungeon theory.
Oh, you walk over to the manor after some time, and you find the gates are locked and no guards are posted.
Time
That's
to hop
rude.
the gate again.
Come on, you really want to break in there?
Is there like a, I don't know, a way to? Is there like a bell we can ring, or
No.
Just knock on the gate, like at the
okay,
door.
so we can't get in?
Why don't you take your sword and then just start like jangling it between the gates? And maybe that'll wake someone up.
Sure. I'll jangle my mace between the gates to try and wake someone up.
Okay, that's fair. After some time, considerable time, you see the front door to the manor open, and you see a familiar figure hobble his way over to the front of the gate. It is in fact Siegfried. After he retired for the day, he did not participate in the shopping. He went to go give the progress report to the coachman in your stead. And as he approaches the gate, he has a pretty straight face. And once he walks up, he'll say, Maida is entertaining some rather important guests at the manor tonight. If you all could seek a lodging, perhaps at a tavern nearby, that would probably be for the best. Not that having you at the manor is a displeasure, it's just that, considering the last time you were here, some things got broken. We need to kind of save face in front of these people so that we don't upset them, because this is rather important.
Okay, that's
You
fair,
don't
thank
have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Dang.
There, home is a long ways away. Well, we'll find a place. Thank you. Yeah, guys, let's find a tavern, I guess.
Yeah, I would say we should go and find a nicer
We got some gold to spend, right? I mean, I still got some.
Yeah, I got 907. I guess that should.
I still got 508 to spend. So
Suppose 611.
Fatu and Torki, what do you guys think?
I don't care.
How about we go to that Gilded Dragon Tavern we always visit?
You want to
Gilded
stay
Dragons
with the creepy silver guy?
Well, what other tavern you know of?
I don't know anywhere but with that guy. You know?
I gotta agree with Sigurd. Let's just go to a new
Well, if
tavern.
you
Maybe
want to sleep on the street, be my guest.
remember the last time we were in the Gilded Dragon? Like no one left, no one came in. It gave me weird vibes. I'd like to. Maybe we can meet some new people. Networking is never bad.
Yeah, sure.
Networking. Who does that?
Yeah.
Alright, so what are you looking for in your tavern?
To
Fluffy
sleep
pillows.
on, preferably.
Warmth, a bed, some food, maybe some
Okay.
music playing.
Alright, you
Burgers.
find... Looking around, you find one tavern that seems to be pretty lively today. And you realize that today... Actually, they seem to be being a lot more festive today than most days. And I feel like some of you may know, so if you all want to give me a history check.
Okay.
Um,
History. There you go.
History is. What is history? 16.
16. Yeah, you all would probably get a rather good idea. More like you just kind of finally realize it after having such
18,
stressful
18.
18, understood. It almost slipped your guys' mind entirely, but today in particular is a holiday. Today, universally around Salacai, is known as Spookfest. A wonderful holiday to celebrate bountiful harvests, as well as to be a bit more lively than usual, to participate perhaps in some parties, some tricks, and all well and good deception. You see some kids running around with little masks on and stuff like that, and you see a lot of the taverns have special events going on, little decorations posted up, and all kinds of stuff. And so,
Okay.
Decorations like
This-
pumpkins
this-
and bats and stuff. Oh, epic.
This place looks fun. You guys wanna stay here?
For sure.
Check it out.
Okay.
yeah, you find a rather
Like-
lively tavern, open door, and lights and all of that going off. You hear music inside. And so you all step in. And you all find yourselves in a tavern that seems to be in the middle of preparation, hanging up decorations and stuff like that. You see a bunch of staff members bustling to and fro to get all the decorations set, and one that immediately catches your eyes is a rather dashing looking man with a silver suit and black slicked back hair.
It's his Halloween outfit. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's just dressing up as that weird silver guy.
Yeah.
And he will see you all walk in and be like, ah, yes, welcome back. So great to
heck?
see you all again.
Do you
I
mean,
don't-
Mac, have we met you before, sir?
Oh, yeah. Yes. You all were here not even that long ago, really. Perhaps maybe a couple of weeks back. So happy you could
How
stop
do you
by
even
again.
remember us?
What do you mean?
There's probably a bunch of people who come through here. Why do you remember us?
Oh, I take special care to remember the faces of each and one of my patrons.
Okay,
Um,
sure.
Well, anyway, we need to crash for the night, so can you fix us some rooms? Maybe
Yeah.
a drink?
Oh,
guys,
of course,
how long
but
are we
first,
Saying again?
we have a banquet
Probably
to
at night.
prepare for.
Yeah, sure.
You all are
where
free
we go?
to peruse the commodities of the Gilded Dragon as the staff gets everything ready. The banquet will be ready in perhaps maybe an hour or so. And then you all are free to enjoy a free buffet.
Oh,
Eat as much as you desire.
that is creepy, but I'm down.
Refreshments
Guys,
until
just
then, though,
don't-
are
It's
not
gonna
free.
be like,
Just don't get
What?
the alcohol again.
I
oh,
mean,
oh,
my
God, no,
liver's
yeah.
still damaged, so you know, probably shouldn't.
How long were we gonna stay
Like
for
20
again?
days.
Did
Wait,
I
if we're
hear
talking on
that
this count-
there are perhaps injuries amongst all of you?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, the infirmary is always open. I'm sure the doctor would be more than happy to take a look at these wounds.
An infirmary
well-
in a tavern.
I may look injured, but believe me, I'm okay. these open flesh wounds don't hurt me.
Where exactly would this infirmary be?
Oh, it's behind the bar, the door on my right. Just follow there. Do not touch anything in the dirt circle. Do not, unless of course you would like to visit the doctor in a more hastened pace. But just hug the wall, and it's the next door on the right.
Yeah, sure. I'll go check it out if I don't have to spend 2 weeks in here.
I love the fact that you can see Kira's character, the last
bed.
one in the bed.
Yeah.
He's just napping there.
Maybe he will be the BBEG, dude.
You all are free to move your pieces as you wish.
Okay.
Oh, where am I?
Oh, right,
Oh,
there is no Vatu piece on here. 1 second, I can fix this. Is there a Vatu piece here? There is.
Oh,
There's a bird.
There's a bird. Here you go.
We need spawn to India, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright,
Well-
sure. I'll go check out the
Yeah, Torky, maybe you
I
should
need
go
it.
to the doctor as well.
Can you hold my hand?
Sure.
I would
Okay.
suggest rate this year.
Alright, let's go to the infirmary.
You know what, rate this year too. Fuck it.
This is the bird.
Don't touch the circle, Torky.
I
I
might
will hold your
stuff my
hand.
sheet.
As
Okay,
you
thank
walk
you.
into this room, you see what you have probably seen before, a very lean black figure standing at the back of the circle. Eyes
Yeah.
following
Okay,
you
okay.
as you all walk into this room. And in this room, you see what appears to be an infirmary with different kinds of bottles, beakers, and tinctures, and beds and stuff like that. And to one end of the room, the opposite end, you see a large closet. But no person.
What kind of infirmary is this?
Wait, so this is the closet?
That's the closet, yes.
Alright. I'm going back to Silver Guy and asking him why there's no doctor in here.
Yes,
You
don't
walk all the
touch
way back?
anything.
I'm just sitting
But-
there.
This is the Silver Guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, your infirmary is empty. There's no doctor in there. It's not
Oh.
staffed.
Perhaps he's asleep. Here, let me come with you. And he will
Alright.
walk, and he will be... yes. And he'll walk over to the closet and knock twice. And then
Okay.
out from the closet, a very tall person walks out, but they are gray, very gray, with tattered clothes. No, they're not tattered. With nice clothes, kind of patched work. With white milky eyes and missing the lower jaw.
Ah!
Lucy. God.
It's like
Drama.
a good doctor.
Oh yes, this is the doctor. He will
Mhm,
look over any injuries if you all wish, and then
I'll
he'll
go
walk out.
first. Hey,
Yeah, you go first.
I've got a hole in my liver. Can I get that patch?
How tall is Tahorkin?
I think I said he was
6'10",
like
right?
6'10", yeah.
6'10". You are only slightly taller than this
Mm,
walking corpse.
I don't remember if I have any injury.
I think you have a severe concussion.
No, you have a light concussion.
No,
Yeah.
I'm the one with the light concussion.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
I have
Alright.
And then
severe
Cat
bruising.
just kind of fucking
Well, I
bruises
just
me.
sleep as
The
Am
well.
I really the
doctor-
only one without injuries?
Yes.
The doctor will gesture for you to lay down in the bed briefly.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'll stand
guys.
by your side, Jorkin.
Thank you.
And,
Always there for you, buddy.
He
Don't lay on
will
the pillow.
look at the
Okay, yeah.
wounds, and with his bony and kind of missing hands, parts of them seem to be missing chunks of flesh. However, there is no
Alright, just like
smell.
you.
He will look over and use different kinds of magic spells to diagnose and go into very mumbled and muffled chants as he is in fact missing his lower jaw. But after a while, you do feel the pain of the injury lessen. The time it takes for you to recover is halved.
I'll take it. How much do we owe him?
He shakes his head.
Oh,
Huh,
Give him
huh.
a
I'm
kiss.
gonna give him. I was gonna give him a hug, but like a gentle hug, because I don't want him to fall apart. So he gets a hug.
Shake his hand.
Mm-mm.
So they're just hugging
No,
him.
no, sorry.
fucking
He gets a hug.
corpse.
No,
Red
no, he
flag.
gets a hug.
Strength check.
He gets a hug.
Alright,
Strength
sure,
check.
I'm next.
No. Strength check from Tahorkin.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
Don't roll high, please.
It's probably gonna be a little too high.
Nat 20?
Yes. Yes.
Really?
It's a natural 20.
Oh my. You
I'm
guys-
so excited to have your injuries relieved. You hug the doctor, and as you do, the spine disconnects from the legs.
Yeah, let me just hug a decrepit corpse. Nothing will go wrong.
And when you let go, the torso drops next to the legs.
Uh-oh. Can I like
Oh,
mash his torso and his legs
You
together?
good, bro?
The corpse kind of just sighs,
Oh.
and then clambers up on top of its own legs, and then resituates itself back on.
That's awesome.
All right, who was next for
Me.
injuries? What were your injuries again?
2 bruises and 1 severe bruising.
2 bruises and 1 severe bruising. Most of that would be trivial to this doctor. And let's see. What were the effects of these bruisings? What was like the gameplay debilitations?
Extra damage for bludgeoning and or force damage.
Ah, I see. We will do the same. Your injuries last half as long. Was there anybody else?
Nope.
Alright, then you may be free to leave the doctor.
Alright,
Yeah.
time to go drink some alcohol now.
Yeah,
No,
let's
I
try that
can
hard
go
stuff
and
again.
I can
No,
go
my
to the
my
bar
liver
and
is
sit at
that
the
okay.
chair.
So, like,
Are you gonna?
And-
I'm gonna sit
and
next to that.
And I asked the bartender, can I have an order of mint tea, please? If you serve that in
Absolutely.
this.
We serve
Thank you.
everything here. And
sweet.
he will take all of your orders, and he will walk down through this hatch right here. And after a few minutes, he will walk back out with a tray full of drinks. And then
So
serve
is
you
there a
all.
ladder down in the hatch or stairs?
What?
Like,
S-
where does it go?
stairs.
Like, stairs.
And you all are served, and you can watch all the staff hustle and bustle around, putting up decorations on the chairs, on the rafters, and everywhere. There are no other patrons here that you can tell besides one. Or, never mind.
Hmm?
Only you all are here.
Oh.
What?
There are no other patrons.
I thought it was likely.
Are we
Yeah,
just
what
gonna
happened
ignore
to
this one?
fucking life?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, what about the bird guy?
Bird guy can
Just
be
look
here.
over and see.
But besides from him, there is no one else.
Can I make a perception check to see if anything's different from last time?
You may.
Aside, yeah. Oh, 13 plus perception is 5, 18.
18. The only thing different, besides the obvious decorations, is that you see more staff members around than what you saw before. You may have been familiar with, perhaps, the orange token, the yellow token, you've seen the black token, and you've even seen the gray token, now, at least, and of course Maximilian. But there are a few other staff members that you have now just noticed. The silver token, the red token, the brown token. And if you were to perhaps browse the other commodities of this tavern, you would find other staff members as well.
Hey guys, I've never noticed this door before. Want to find out what's behind?
Well,
Yeah.
I see a lot of
Okay.
people that I don't know yet, like that dude over here.
Over here. I'll go first. What's in here?
I'm just gonna sit here and drink tea.
Okay. and
You
drink.
all walk into this room, which appears to be
I'm outside the room.
a rather cluttered and disheveled forge. 1 second.
Duck on the forge. What the
I'm
heck?
sorry, what is that?
it's a new weapon, dude.
And as you all walk in, one of the staff members follows in behind you. And this red token definitely grabs everybody's attention. This is a very tall female tiefling who looks like they could bench press all of you with ease.
Oh damn.
They are in fact taller than Tahorkin. She is in fact taller than Tahorkin.
How you doing?
2 inches taller.
Hey, girl. 2 inches tall.
And once again, the party will universally simp for her.
All right, everyone, time to roll charisma. We have to.
I have a +3 modifier.
Yeah, me too.
I have a
persuasion,
+2.
even expertise.
And she will follow you all into the forge and look at all of you expectingly.
How you doing?
I'd be doing better if I wasn't being posted on decoration duty. Would you like to perhaps...
Yes.
Perhaps maybe
This
buy
one-
something from the forge or commission something so that I can get out of this
Oh.
work.
Um,
good.
As I am the blacksmith of this tavern.
How about you make me a 50-pack of nails?
You want nails.
You wanted to be kept busy, right? I think nails are gonna keep you busy.
I'm gonna sit with Fox
No,
again.
no, I'd rather decorate. I'm not gonna waste my skill on making a bunch of nails for you. Go
I'm
buy them
gonna
from the
go-
general store.
No, I'm gonna go over and see what's happening.
Can I have my shield reinforced? Is that something I can get done?
Do you hand her your coffin and ask
Yes,
her
it
to
has
reinforce
my
it?
cello inside too. I saw my cello.
Yeah.
She
I
looks
go over
at
there
the
and see
coffin.
what's going on.
Understood. She looks at the coffin you're handing her and she's like, kind of like looking with like confusion mixed with like really. It's like, you you use this in combat?
Yes. Look inside. There's a cello. I can play music too.
Oh my god, there's a cello in there.
Jorgen, wanna perform for her?
Yeah. Wait. I want to perform for her too. Check this out.
Yes.
Oh god, please don't.
I'm
I'm
having the
I'm
loot,
gonna
so I'm
make
gonna
a perception
perform.
check on the red token since I wasn't here and I don't know who they are.
Absolutely.
Wait,
Are you trying to know something in particular?
I want to perform. Yeah.
I wasn't
Gotta
here.
roll
I
for
was out to the
performance.
bathroom. I
How
wanted
do
to
you
know
roll
who
for
the red
performance?
token
Oh,
is.
you missed the description. Okay, so this is a red female tiefling who is in fact taller than Tahorkin, with a very, very muscular stature. They are the tavern's blacksmith.
No.
Can we perform for her?
Yes.
Like, with our
Perform.
cello and our loot?
Performance.
Yeah, he's got the loot. I've got the
Sing a
Okay.
duet.
18.
13.
So 15. Fantastic.
Yes.
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 Alright.
So are you guys dancing or what?
You guys-
We're
No, we're
playing.
just playing our instruments. We're rocking out.
Yeah.
We're trying to.
Okay, you're playing music in my forge. Alright. Cool.
Are you gonna fix my? Are you gonna reinforce my shield now?
I mean, what would you want me to do to it?
Make it to where it's stronger. I don't know.
Make it to where-
I need more armor class.
We're the blacksmith.
Well, the fact that you're looking around a coffin at that... Anyway, how much weight are you even able to...
Lots.
I would
could
have-
probably lift you.
Oh my god.
Well, I walk in and be like, hello, please excuse my fellow party mates. They are quite fond of jokes and messing around.
Yeah,
What do you
no,
mean,
I
Joe?
get this a lot. It's okay. Oh my god. If I wanted to reinforce this, I would have to find some kind of lighter kind of alloy that would probably have to just be malleable enough to withstand it. Oh, okay. If you, it'll be tough. It'll be tough, but I could probably do some kind of reinforcement to it. But you'd have to give me some time, and I would need to source the materials, and I'm not cheap, so. In order to reinforce it in that kind of price, I would only accept 3,000 gold.
Jesus Christ, we played for you. And we're trying to get.
Yeah,
the
you
big
made
forge.
noise in my
Come on.
forge. What do I care?
Jeez, woman.
Well, I don't need anything, so.
Yeah, come on. We're trying to help
waddle
you
on
get
out.
away from work. All right, yep. Time to waddle out. Sorry you didn't like our instrument.
Waddle away.
She's gonna
Waddle,
cry at
waddle.
the bar we're talking.
Yeah, let's just go cry.
Um,
Oh wait, I accidentally got on top.
I
Oh.
talk to the woman.
Jorgen,
You may.
Please
maybe we
excuse my tall dragon friend. They seem to be a little idiotic, so please
Hey.
forgive them.
What the heck?
Yeah, no. They aren't the first, and they won't be the
What
last.
is your intelligence stat, huh?
This
Nine
one time,
plus-
another tiefling actually came into here.
9 plus 3.
What'd you do?
No, what's my intelligence stats? I was telling this
Oh.
9 with the 3 plus 3 modifier.
Yeah, when
Well,
you talk about that, it's just
on-
like, yeah, I had a spite. That was a long time ago, but another tiefling actually came in here, short little dude, talking kind of all this kind of big talk, and actually kind of disrespected me in my own forge, and you know, he's not alive anymore.
It's rather strange a tiefling like you would be working in a bar, or a tavern rather.
Hey, it pays.
Well,
I get to do my
unlike
craft,
the dragon king,
unbothered.
I would like to make a request for you. I have this great axe here, and I was wondering if you would be able to sharpen it a little bit.
To sharpen it, yeah, that's rudimentary. It'll give me a nice little thing to do to avoid decorating. How sharp do you want it?
It's a little dull, so it's not sharp enough.
Alright, if you just want the routine. 10 gold. If you want it to be a bit
I-
special, I can get the 50. I can do a little bit more for 50 gold.
Well, what are you offering?
I could sharpen it enough to make it split a hair in half for 50 gold.
Well, now that you mention it, I have a commission for another weapon, so just sharpen it up for 10 gold, and give her the gold.
Alright. With that, you will receive a sharpened great axe. It will have double the damage for one strike.
Awesome. Cool. I bow down to her and thank her and go back
Lady.
to drinking.
It's Fedora.
Wait, which one did we not know? Like, did we know this one?
That one, you've seen before in the bar.
Okay.
They are what appears to be human, lean figure, short blonde hair. You cannot discern, their gender. But they always seem to be running to and fro from the tables. When the tavern was busy, you would see them, like, serving the drink, stuff like that. Stuff that the Maximilian would also do. Right now, they are struggling to get the decorations organized at that table.
Okay. I walked over. Hey, you need any help with the organizing of your decorations?
Huh? What? What?
Do you need any help with the
Oh no.
decorations?
It's fine. I just gotta get this knot in the right order, tie it to the chair, and then do that for the rest of the chairs, and then what was I gonna do after that? Right, and then do it for the table.
Okay. Just asking.
How long
sit
is
back
it
down.
until sundown? Like, can I just check what the sun's like?
Do you look out the window?
Yeah, is there a window somewhere around?
Yeah, there's windows at the front, and there's also a veranda.
Yeah, check right here, like out the windows.
You see a beautiful forest with fireflies dancing around in the evening hours of the day.
Can I see the sun directly?
No.
Alright, as I go outside, try and spot the sun.
You do not see it.
Well, fuck. I go back and just, continue drinking anxiously.
Everything all right, Sigurd?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure, man.
Yeah, everything fine.
Did you see anything on the veranda? Like any
Oh,
people?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was just staring at the beauty of nature.
After some time, two halflings from the kitchen begin to usher out food.
Uh-oh.
to the veranda, and the staff begin to pull the tables together to create one large banquet table. And the staff begin to clear out the veranda, lay down the food, lay down silverware, cutlery, plates, and soon all of you are ushered out to the veranda to take a seat amongst the staff.
Just sitting with a bunch of staff members.
I want to
Yes.
sit next
Hey
to Torky.
girl.
Yeah, give me a second.
Do you want me to move one of the pieces so you guys can sit?
Yes, I want to sit next to Torky.
Wait, I'm right here. There you go.
Yes, there we go.
There you go.
Can I
Wait,
make
come
a
over here.
perception
I want to
check
sit
on this
across
guy?
from. No, get out of my chair.
No, I want to. Secret, can we change chairs, please, man? I want to sit next
Gee,
to
man, alright.
next to my best friend, man. Like,
There you
he saved me, you know.
go. You saved me more.
Oh, actually, I saved you. Actually,
Yeah,
It
like
doesn't matter.
3 times.
Alright, just a reminder. The silver piece with the red dot is Maximilian. The silver piece with the blue dot is someone you have not met. There is a
Oh
difference
shit, I'm
between the
sitting
two.
next to Maximilian. too.
You are sitting next to Maximilian as
Yeah,
well.
staying next to Maximilian.
Choke his hair, dude. Touch it.
Okay, I reach over and try to touch his hair.
Dude! First you hugged the decrepit corpse, now you assault a man for privacy. Are you an Egypt?
Do you need an answer to that?
As you guys sit at these tables, you look at the food that brought to you. It is everything you could possibly imagine. All of your favorite foods are here, even if your favorite food is rather exotic. It's scary almost, the amount of food that you all find tasty at these tables.
Starting to develop a hunger for grass.
Maximilian, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course.
How did you guys get so much different kinds of food?
We always take pride to stock our pantry with everything.
You guys have like exotic stuff.
Oh, yes,
Stuff from
yes.
far, far lands, even.
Well, take a look at the staff around you. We all come from numerous backgrounds with almost expansive knowledge of the world. If there is something that we know, we have it. And since there are so many of us from so many places, we know most.
Cool.
And if you do take a look around the tables, not a single one of these pieces looks similar to any other. All of them are different races, different everything. It's quite a colorful staff.
Hmm.
Get it? Because they're all different colors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
The rainbow sprinkles, yeah.
Can I make a perception check of the food?
What are you looking for in particular?
Fake.
Just to see if anything is off with it. Like maybe it's like I don't know. Like some magic is on it or some stuff.
Look for magic. That'd be an Arcana check.
An Arcana check. Okay. Let me see Arcana. 18.
You, being a spellcasting type, have been introduced to magic of all sorts, and you feel the presence of magic everywhere. And this really shouldn't come to a shock, because as you look out of the veranda view, you do not see the quartermaster stockpile. As I mentioned before, you see an evening forest with fireflies dancing all around.
Maximilian, sorry to bother you again, but I have
Hmm?
another
Yes?
question. If that's okay.
Oh, ask away. I love questions.
Where the
Well,
fuck
we're
are we?
we're seated on the veranda, and
Yes.
I assumed we would see, the quartermaster stockpile, but I see a forest with fireflies.
Oh, would you like a scenery change?
What?
No, not in particular, but I was just
No, this
wondering.
one's to your taste. Okay.
No, I want to
Okay,
see a new one.
You want to see a new one? What do you want to
Yes,
see?
ice.
What
Ice?
exactly do you
Oh,
mean
of
by
course,
of
scenery
course.
change?
Yes,
And then-
ice.
Ignoring all other questions, Maximilian will stand up and head over to behind the bar and lean down. You hear some crashing, some tumbling, gears turning, and all sorts of other sounds, and eventually the view of the veranda melts away into black obscurity. And then you see an ice tundra with beautiful ice spirals and even an aurora borealis. And then he will come over, sit back at the chair and see, is this more to your taste?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay,
But
cool.
it's still warm, right?
Oh, of course.
Alright.
How exactly did you do that? Just one. I don't think a season or a location can change drastically in 5 seconds.
It's all in the tavern. The veranda is capable of changing the scenery whenever you want, to whatever you want.
Hmm.
Okay.
Outside. I'm
Can I
running
check-
outside.
Can I check? Can I check the food for hallucinogenic drugs?
That would be a nature check. What are you doing to Horkin?
I'm going outside to play in the snow.
There is no snow.
When you open
Well,
the
how do
door,
you know?
when you open the
So-
door, you see the quartermaster stockpile.
God damn it. I run back. I walked back in disappointed.
Wait, I got 17 on my nature check.
You don't sense any kind of tampering or lacing in the food.
Alright, alright. Then I just must be going crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe this guy isn't as creepy as we think he is.
Wait, did you just say he's not as creepy as we thought he is?
I mean, everything up to this point has made perfect sense. I'm not sure what you guys want.
You just said
We
he's
are
not as
very
creepy
skeptical.
because he could make scenery change in seconds that made him not creepy?
No, because he had an explanation for it. And I sense magic, and the magic is obviously coming from there.
Oh, you sense magic. Oh, you didn't tell me about that. But
Well, you didn't
alright.
tell me why you were anxious all of a sudden, so
well,
let's
I'm
not
not-
start about not telling people things.
I'm not. Okay, drop
You-
it.
You have been anxious ever since you've been here,
Yeah.
since you've been outside.
So
So let's not continue this conversation and let's enjoy the food.
yeah, sure.
Well,
Can I do a history check on the Birdman over here?
On the Birdman, you may. They are absently picking
you
away
gotta be fucking joking.
at a bowl full of birdseed.
It's a 10.
It's a 10?
Yes.
What are you trying to learn in particular?
Well, the Birdman, Watu recognizes the Birdman and thinks he's one of his old friends.
You get the sense that they may, but you also feel like possibly not.
Maximilian, is it okay if Dorkin and I perform for you guys before the
Yes.
the buffet starts?
Oh, by all means, do whatever you wish.
Look, there's a
Okay.
piano. Who wants to join us? Over here.
Yeah,
Over
play
here. Over here.
piano, man.
Does
Who wants to
anyone
play the
know?
piano?
Does
can't.
anyone know how to play the piano?
I don't
Do you think I know how to play a cello? It's all. it's
Apparently
all
we
up
do.
here.
You're just making it up on the spot.
Oh,
man.
right. If you are not proficient in the instrument you are playing, you do not add your proficiency to the roll.
Got it.
Oh, so it's, oh yeah, sure.
What is proficiency? What is the instrument's proficient?
Basically,
Let's just not add our proficiencies.
if you are proficient
charisma.
if you're proficient in performance, and you are using an instrument that you do not know how to use, you are not using your proficiency. You are using your straight charisma.
Okay.
Don't ask why we
The
use charisma
modifier,
to
or-
justify how well you play guitar, but I mean, you know, that's how it is.
So you do not add your modifier.
If you're proficient in performance, but you're playing an instrument you're not proficient in, you do not add your proficiency.
Yeah, but you do have the
Ah.
modifier.
You do add
So
your
you
charisma.
do add. Oh, okay. Okay.
Also, you have the modifier, but not proficiency.
Yes.
Guess we're gonna roll for it.
Yeah, I got a 12 on the piano.
16.
That's the wrong one.
Performance. Oh, there we go. I got a 7.
21. I'm gonna play the piano.
You guys are gonna
You're
duel
both
the
playing the
piano?
piano?
Alright.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Gonna
That
do it.
exists.
Duo play.
Right
One
off-
gets
No,
the
no,
bass
that's
side,
just
one
gonna
gets the
sing.
high side.
Oh sure, yeah, I'm gonna sing.
I play Plim Plim Plom.
I sing Ave Maria to it.
Fantastic.
I play Through the Fire and the Flames.
Fantastic.
Just
Despite
completely MS.
the amalgamations of different music all coming together, it does seem to be very popular amongst the staff. Some of the more animated characters will get up, dance, and drink. Some of the more reserved ones will slightly kind of like bob their head or tap their feet as they key to themselves and eat. Maximilian being one who was very much vehemently dancing on the floor.
Damn.
Yes.
Dancing.
Yes.
Yes.
Success. Well,
Why don't we have a music bar, by the way?
are
You listen with the spooky Halloween.
yeah, the
music
spooky
that's there.
music. So I guess we bow and we get in our seats and enjoy dinner.
Where's my standing ovation?
No, shut the fuck up.
Wow, that's not a standing ovation.
Thank you for
Eventually-
letting us play, Maximilian.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
this is a safe place for everybody. Nothing bad can ever happen here.
I don't
Yeah,
know about
that's,
that.
that's
You-
very
well,
convincing.
And after
you
some
seen the
time,
corpse in the back room with the, with the
yes. What about Gray? There's
And the
nothing
fact
wrong
that
with
you
Gray.
got stabbed with a knife, so.
Yeah, I got a knife thrown into my shoulder in here.
You look over and you actually do find Gray, sitting at one of the tables, and he is, despite having no lower jaw, eating as neat as he can. Mostly liquids and stuff like that, steering
Just
away
like
from
licking
more
it
of
like a
the
dog or something.
crunchy kind of stuff.
Is he just pouring it into his esophagus?
Yes.
Disgusting, right?
I'm just gonna wave at him excitedly.
I'm just gonna,
He waves back.
grab my favorite foods and start eating.
Alright, eventually, after a long period of time, it'll wind down. A lot of the staff members are starting to get rather tipsy. And, however, the lighting does not change. You still all seem to be in the evening. But, eventually Maximilian will make the announcement that you are dismissed and you may go find your lodgings. And, wake up tomorrow. And then they will all kind of disperse. Some will stick by to clear the tables, but you all four will be escorted by the yellow token. And you will be led out into the courtyard.
What? How are we sleeping in the courtyard?
It's a beautiful fountain and stone bushes and all kinds of lovely exotic greenery. And then you'll all be ushered over to this staircase down.
Hang on.
What exactly
Why are
are
we
we gonna do?
sleeping outside the tavern?
Oh, no,
We're
no, you're not
too
sleeping
stanky.
outside, don't worry. And then they will walk down the stairs. And the stairs will lead into a small room. You all are crammed inside the small room, and on one side of the room
Oh.
there is a vast array of buttons. And as the yellow token tipsily tries to figure out which buttons to press, it takes them a moment. They will soon rapidly press 4 buttons in succession. And doors to the room close, and then you feel movement. Up, down, left, right.
A, B. Start.
And with a ding, the doors will open. And all of you, through this process, will find rooms tailored specifically to you. You all may choose to share what that room would look like at this time.
We all have one room or one each?
You all,
No,
We're
you,
all sharing. We
you-
all
you
have
no,
different rooms.
you all have
We
different
all have
rooms,
their own room.
and they are tailored to you specifically.
Oh, yeah, sure. Like huge fucking bed with a like some natural geyser downstairs, so it's basically like a tub. Yeah, you know, and a wardrobe and a chest to store stuff. Yeah, that's about it.
Mine has like a not a really big bed, but it looks rather comfortable. It has a little fireplace with wood crackling in it, and some like a big chest to put all my gear in. and I made sure it was not a mimic. And it's like there's just candles everywhere, and it's just a nice chilled out vibe for introverted people, basically. Torkin?
Oh. I guess my room's just cold. it's freezing almost. Don't walk
Fantastic.
in.
Just a block of ice, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
just a
are
block
we
of
just
ice.
describing our rooms? If that's what's going on?
Yes,
Yes.
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 Okay. Mine's a dark room with red curtains, a bookshelf, a fireplace with a table in the middle, a relatively small bed, and a carpet. I don't know.
All right. You all get some rest. Well, except for one of you. One of you knows what's about to happen.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I can't sleep, right?
So, do you go to sleep?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Oh god.
You have very wild dreams as you sleep. You
All of us, or
No,
him?
no, just Zeekward, as it is a full moon for the Goat Man. Now, here's what's gonna
Yes.
happen. I'm gonna have you make a series of rolls, and they're gonna mean something to me, but they're not gonna mean anything to you because you are not the one in control at this point. It is the Weregoat.
Oh god.
So,
Oh no.
please
Don't
give
you
me,
dare kill Grey Boy!
please give me a d20.
10.
What is your strength modifier?
-1.
-1. It's gonna be a +1 for this. So that will be an 11. Fantastic. Okay. Give me a 2d6 +1.
8.
For damage.
Fantastic. Okay. Now, I'm going to roll something. What is your armor class?
16.
Fantastic. Okay. What's your max HP?
22.
Fantastic. Okay. Give me another d20.
Why am I in combat? 7.
7. Okay. Alright. Alright. Now give me another d20.
18.
18. Okay, okay. Give me a d12.
11.
11. Okay. And so, give me another d20.
8.
What's your dexterity?
18.
Okay. Alright. You have very vivid dreams. When you wake up, you don't remember a thing. But when you do wake up, the sheets to your bed are tattered. The wardrobe to your right is completely destroyed, and there is red all over.
Oh. Does my mouth taste like blood?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Epic. But I'm human again, right?
You are human again, yes.
I get dressed and go outside and lock the room and pretend nothing happened.
Alright, when you leave your room, you find yourself at the bottom of the staircase in the courtyard. As do all of you when you all leave your rooms.
And Secret is just covered in blood.
I'm assuming he cleaned up.
Yeah.
I don't know. No. So how did you guys sleep?
Perception
Had a
check
good
on
night?
Seaward.
You may.
Not funny.
Oh no. I can see the little bit of blood in my mouth left over.
Probably stank like wet goat too.
Why do you smell like blood and guts?
You guys, it's a perfect room for everyone. I like gore.
You like gore enough to put it in your mouth then, eh?
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Hey, don't king shame me.
So how did you guys have a good night's rest for the rest?
Oh hell yeah!
Well, we
What about
know
you?
someone who did.
Only sweet dreams of mountain peaks and grassy fields.
What?
Yeah, you know, normal dreams and stuff.
Okay. What about you talking?
Yeah, no dreams, just slept.
Okay. And you had a good night.
Well, I would have, but there were noises coming from the room next to me. And I didn't know what it was.
I
And
see.
you never will.
Alright, eventually you'll move past the courtyard and into the veranda. You find that the veranda is completely empty.
Like no furniture and stuff.
No, there's furniture, but there is no people.
like
Usually
no
there's at
people.
least one person behind a smoke bar. Whether or not they're conscious when they're there, at least it needs to be desired. But you all make your way into the bar. You all find 3 of the staff members around the bar with very shocking looks of concern, because as the main focal point of this is that there is a person in a silver suit and black slicked back hair, completely mauled and bleeding out on the bar, already dead. No movement, just a blood pile, broken limbs, cuts, and
Oh
everything.
god, no! It was me.
What is mold exactly?
Maul just means he's torn
Balding
apart.
wouldn't
Oh.
know math.
Oh, okay.
Maximilian is dead, sprawled on the bar.
Oh
What?
Jesus!
I kind of like.
Can I
run
make a
over
perception check
and-
on the
and
Maximilian's
say-
corpse?
You may.
What the hell happened here?
Who do you ask that to?
Just
I rolled
just kind
19.
of yell it like in disbelief.
Alright, this one will answer. This token, the silver token, is a dragonborn. A silver dragonborn. However, they are a bit different than the typical dragonborn. They do not have the dragon head. They merely have the horns and the tail and perhaps the fangs. Otherwise, they are still largely human, besides patches of scales dotting their skin. She will turn to all of you, and it appears our boss was murdered last night.
Damn.
And as she says this door opens, and walking out is the familiar black figure. And they walk all the way to this door, and then turn around and stare into the bar, blocking all entrances. And then the silver token will continue. It is most likely that somebody inside of this tavern murdered Maximilian last night, and none of you are allowed to leave until we find the murderer.
Ooh,
You
a
all
mystery.
have 1 hour. This is not in character. This is out of character. Here's the mechanics. You all have 1 hour to find the murderer. If you find the murderer in 1 hour, you get to level 3. If you don't get to level 3.
Okay.
The timer starts now.
I already suspected Seaward of something, so. And I have
Yeah.
a 19 on the perception check of the body.
Yes. The body appears to be mauled with a lot of slashing, cuts, bites. The whole shebang. Like a bear just went at it. Limbs are twisted the wrong way.
Okay, I want to glares at Seaward and in character. Well, first you have blood in your mouth, blood on your hands, and now Maximilian's dead. Doesn't
Well,
seem like simple coincidence to me, but buddy.
well, let's think about this rationally. You said there were noises coming from my room, so I didn't leave my room. So how could I kill him out here?
Also, there's gashes and bite marks that I don't think. What's your race? That's a human, right?
I'm just a human.
That a human could, do. As far as I know.
suspect it's the
Also,
weird
if you
apple.
noticed last night when we were hanging out, he was kind of anxious about something.
Yeah.
What were you anxious about, Seaward?
Always
That's kind of private.
I grab him by the shirt collar. Spill the beans.
I don't have any beans. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna have beans, and I'm excited for them.
These people were just creepy. I don't know. That's why I was anxious. All these weird people, just all different races. My character's a bit racist. I just couldn't eat in peace.
I don't trust these corpse folk.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Secret, I am not saying you did this, but you weren't anxious when we walked in. You were only anxious when you were in the veranda. Did anything happen there?
No. I was just out there for a second. What could have happened?
I don't know. You came back pretty spooked, man. Like, you were very anxious, like, noticeably.
Yeah, I was kind of confused about the whole nature thing, but I thought I must be going stupid because you guys didn't seem too phased about the nature thing, and then I got anxious that I'm going crazy, and now we're here.
Well, that's
He's
just.
a doctor, right?
Let's
Yeah, let's get Gray to help us. If he's a doctor, maybe
Yeah, sure.
he'll be able to tell what
He'll
tore
know
him
about
apart.
corpses.
And since he's my best
we go
friend,
to
I'm
Gray
gonna go
and ask
drag
him
him.
to
He's my best friend.
identify the blood
I thought
on Maximilian and Siegfried's
Yeah, I can have like multiple
hands.
best friends. Come on.
I mean Siegfried's hands.
The room is empty.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Knock on the door.
Twice.
Yes.
Knock on the closet.
Twice.
Fantastic. You knock on the closet, and the closet door opens, and you once again see the tall corpse with the missing lower jaw leave the closet and look at all of you with curiosity.
We explain the situation and ask to identify the blood on Sigurd's mouth, hands, or whatever where the blood is, and match it with Maximilian's sword.
He'll just kind of like nod and go like, and then he'll shamble his way over to the corpse of Maximilian and like take two fingers and like swipe at the blood and then just like put it on his tongue. And then what else did you want him to do? Something with Siegward?
Identify and match the blood with or do some detective shit, I don't know.
I see. So he takes his two fingers and then swipes it across Siegward's mouth. It does not taste very good, Siegward. And then he will also taste that. And then he'll just pause for a minute. And then shrug. Oh.
Well, thank you for help either way.
Mm-hmm. And he'll shamble and limp his way back.
Okay, guys, I think our best bet right now is just to ask around everyone what they see, know,
I
or
ask him if any murder weapons were identified.
Who are you asking?
This guy, or are there any fingerprints on the corpse?
Yes, the silver token. She says, well, I didn't see anything. They must have gotten rid of the weapon or used something other than a weapon.
Well, where do the staff sleep at night?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Where did Maximilian stay?
Oh, well, we don't really know where Maximilian rests. We usually go to the staff quarters, which is basically the same area you all go to rest. Some of us tend to stay up later than the rest, and some of us tend to post up either in the office, or sometimes Blue will stay in the library overnight, and sometimes the two craftsmen will stay in their places for the night. It really just depends, really.
Did you maybe hear or see anything out of the ordinary last night?
Well, it was a busy night last night after you all retired. I just did some minor things, but I did not sleep last night, no, but I was checking up on another staff member in the early morning hours, and when I was done doing that routine checkup, I came out to the bar and found Maximilian like this.
What time in the early morning he was lying there like this?
I found him at 6 a.m.
Have you been here before 6 a.m.? Like,
I was not in the bar for the most of the time. I walked through the bar at 2 a.m. to go handle something, but I did not come back to the bar.
Wait, who did you check up on?
It's nothing really important, you don't need to worry about it.
I think if it's a staff member, we'd like to hear from them that you actually did check up on them.
Alright, I had to break up a fight last night. The purple and violet got at it again for Lord knows what reason.
the chefs?
Yes, the chefs.
Telling you
I
it's
see.
those halflings.
That's.
Can we go back into this thing and investigate the rooms?
You would have to get Yellow to escort you back.
Yeah, because we
can
don't know the buttons.
Can we ask Yellow to...
Well, let's
take us
ask
to the
Yellow
room?
first if they.
Yellow appears to be in a state of shock.
Oh.
Constantly just staring at the body, unmoving.
Can we ask this dude over here guarding the door? If you're
Yes.
or she or whatever.
The tall black figure. They are very much dressed in heavy robes with bandana covering half the face with white piercing eyes. They just stare back at you.
Are they not gonna say anything?
What did you ask?
Are they not saying anything?
No, what was asked of Black?
No.
If they heard anything or saw anything, either one.
They nod their head.
Can hear, yeah.
Wait, did you see something or did you hear something?
Yes!
They nod their head.
Well, I go over to Yellow, try to calm her down, and
Well,
say...
I am still gonna ask. Did you hear something?
They nod their
Ask
head.
yes or no questions. Just
Did
like,
you see something?
They nod their head.
Did you see the
Okay,
killer?
so they both saw both.
Did you see the killer? They shrug.
Yeah. Well, you shrug. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Wait, what if we get paper? Maybe he can't talk. Let's get paper. Maybe he can write it down. If he saw anything. I'm gonna go get paper from over here.
Yeah, tell me.
Well, I'm gonna try to talk to Yellow, calm her down, and be like, listen, last night, personally, I heard noises coming from one of the rooms while we were sleeping. If it is possible, may you please escort us for an investigation.
Persuasion check to try to get them out of the shock.
Persuasion is charisma, isn't it? 16.
They shake their head and kind of half mutter that there's no point. The rooms reset every morning.
Can I ask this green figure if they've got any paper?
Ah, the green figure. I'm so happy you decided to talk to her. The green figure is a rather short wood elf, with long horizontal ears, with green medium-length hair that is tangled and messed up with leaves and branches, and they are currently passed out, sitting the wrong way on that chair, snoring.
Can I gently nudge him to wake him up?
She doesn't stir.
Can I shake her even harder?
You may.
Alright, I shake her even harder to try to wake her up.
Eventually, she will open her eyes, be like, huh?
Some dude
what?
got murder out there.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Don't go to sleep. I need paper too.
Yeah. Oh, okay, come with me. And,
Yes.
she'll shamble lazily out the door, through here, into the smoke bar, and rustle
You're not
around
gonna
with supplies,
acknowledge
stuff
the
like
fact
that,
of
and then hands you a pack of rolling papers.
You
There
have
you
a
go.
pen too?
A what?
Pen. Something to write with. Sorry.
Right.
Yes.
Oh. No, you don't write on that. No.
Oh, what?
You roll that.
Oh my god.
Oh, here, let me show you. And then she'll take the papers back, and then
It's
shuffle
totally a
under the
store.
bar some more and pull out dried bits of leaf, and then put them into paper, and then roll with expert precision, and then snap her fingers. A flame will appear in her index finger. She'll light it. Here.
Token is doing drugs.
I walk over to him and then
Wait, no!
No, because you
Stop.
don't know what's going on there. You're still with the
No.
yellow person,
I
right?
walk over and see identify what's going on.
Oh yeah, you see this scene.
Okay, I just stuffed that in my pocket for later. I need
It's
paper
lit.
to write with. Oh, we can't do this right now.
Yeah, you're stuffing a lit cigarette in your pocket.
Yeah. Oh wait, is it lit?
Yeah, it's lit.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I'll just pop it in my mouth.
It's lit. Fantastic. There you go. There you go.
Pull
That's
out the weed from Tohoki's mouth.
No,
Now is
no,
not
I
the time
smack
for
him
that.
his hand away. No, I smack his hand away.
opposed
Back
athletics.
off.
Back off.
Okay,
Got it.
athletics. 14.
What's
You
Vatu's?
also got it. Vatu also got it.
Athletics.
You got it all with athletics, yeah.
Athletics is strength 23.
God
Fantastic.
damn it, you bitch!
Tahorkin manages to get one drag before
There
the
you go.
it's before it's snagged out of her mouth. His mouth.
Now is
You know
not the
what?
time to be getting high. We have a murder case to decipher.
It's always time. What do you mean?
I just
I
shake my
glare
head.
at him.
You
You
want
just
one, huh?
walked past the corpse and you were not even faced by it. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
I
but
go
you have
over
no
and
paper
flick
to
them
write
on the
with.
forehead.
God,
I need paper. Don't smack them.
I gave you the paper.
He always rolling.
We
Writing
need a
paper.
to write something on, and preferably a pen or a quill, whatever you have.
No, I don't have any of that.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
What a waste of time.
I love this character.
I pull out my greatsword to intimidate him. Writing paper or a quill. I
Roll
won't
intimidation.
repeat. Intimidation is.
Pulling out swords. Looks like a murder.
11.
11?
Yeah, someone else gets killed. We got to solve that murder mystery.
As you do this, she just kind of pulls out a pipe and packs it and lights it. You're just like, I don't have any of that.
Nah, this guy's no help. Just go ask someone else.
Meanwhile, I kind of shamble over to Sequard and kind of, whisper in his ear like, "Yo, dude, can I talk to you in private real quick?
Sure, why?
Just follow me. Let's see.
You have 45 minutes remaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a room like that's private where you can go? Is this
Yeah,
private?
come in here with me.
Oh, going past the halflings?
I don't know. I just wait. I don't know. There must be a room somewhere, right?
There's one person.
Yeah.
It's just me and this
You
one
go in
chick
there.
in here. So.
Oh yeah. We go in here. There's a stand in the corner.
Meanwhile, I talk to Silver Guy.
Okay. Yo.
Wait, what? Oh, there you are.
Secret. Okay. Okay. So about this all right. Maximilian is dead. And I know Fatu is assuming it's you. I don't want to think it's you. But this is a serious situation, and you gotta be clear with us, dude. What's been going on with you? Because some strange stuff has happened, and I think now is an important time to be
Alright.
open with each other about this.
Alright, I'll just tell you and only you, right? And you gotta vouch for
Okay.
the others that I did. Okay, last night I just went to sleep. Like, this happens a lot since I was born. This has always happened. When it's a full moon, that's why I was anxious. I was going outside to check if it's a full moon or if it's night yet. When I go to sleep, I get these wild dreams. I don't know what's happening. Then I wake up, with my room smashed, and yeah, that's it.
What kind of dreams do you have?
Wait, what dreams did I have?
You don't remember. All you remember is violence.
I don't remember. It's just I just know that I haven't slept because I had I always wake up tired and like I haven't really slept. Like I just assume I couldn't sleep because of wild dreams or something. I can't ever really remember what happened.
What was up with the blood on your hands and the stench from your mouth? Like,
Oh yeah.
I get that Fatu is just like is suspicious of you. I don't want to
I
think
don't
it's
know
you because
what's up
you're my
with
friend,
that.
but
But you know, Vatu said it himself. He heard the noises in my room, and I don't know how I would kill him in my room and then bring him up here if I did it.
and then again, there were like a bunch of buttons and you don't know the code, so. But
Yeah, I couldn't
I
have gotten back in.
I do get why he's suspicious of you, but we'll figure this out together.
I say it's those halfling guys. It's always those halfling.
Let's go talk to the blacksmith.
You
Maybe
would.
she knows something.
I'm gonna ask the Silverman.
All right,
And be
yeah.
like, listen, last night we were in the, what's this room called?
The veranda.
The veranda, and Maximilian did something and changed the scenery.
Yes.
And I noted, and I was wondering how he did that.
Oh, it's a function behind the smoke bar. Really, there's a little knob right there. You can turn it to any setting you want.
Okay, so can we all go into there and switch between the sceneries and see how people will react? Because I remember one of my friends was kind of anxious about something, and not to mention, I'm very suspicious of him.
Oh, by all means, go change the scenery.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay, want to go with us? And
Wait,
talk to the
wait,
blacksmith?
wait, I just remembered something. Remember
Oh.
last night where Maximilian went down into the thing behind the bar?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
why
yeah.
don't we go down there?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, I'm going down there. And I tug at the door, or the
You do. You
trap
open
door.
it,
Are we all going
and
there?
you see a staircase that is not lit at all.
Well,
I have dark vision, so I'll
Okay,
just...
you go
We
Doesn't
both-
work.
We have dark vision.
Doesn't work.
Oh, doesn't work. Can we light a torch then?
Oh.
Doesn't work.
Well, I
Oh,
guess we're
I
going
know what
down blind.
No.
I
Don't.
say to everyone because I
Not
talk
safe.
to him alone, so and be like, guys, remember how Maximilian changed scenes in the dining room? Fucking word. And one of us, I wonder who, was a little anxious about something. So I suggest we go into the room and change sceneries again.
Okay, sure.
So
I'm gonna
we
stay here.
go in
All
there and
right.
change
As you all
scenery.
walk into the veranda, you find that Green is now passed out on the bar once more.
Good.
Okay.
And
Let her nap.
you look behind the bar, and you do see a rather large-looking dial with many etchings on it. Little just lines to indicate places where you can position it.
Perception check on the dials.
You may.
13.
If you're looking for a labeling, there is none. Merely just those markings.
Okay, I flick a switch, beepity boppity boo, change the scene.
The scene changes into a vast desert.
Hell.
Okay, change the scene again.
A forest.
To the next one.
If you keep flipping, you eventually will find the forest you were looking for, the forest of the fireflies.
I keep flipping
Or the
until
ice
I
one.
find something that makes him anxious.
Zigor, do
Nothing
any of the
makes me
environments make you anxious?
Fatu, I see that you're suspecting, that you're suspicious of Sequid a bit. Sequid, is it okay if I briefly tell him what we spoke about?
I guess, yeah, sure. Like, if it will get him off of me.
I told him to be clear with us because this is a serious case, and he told me that ever since he was a kid, he turns into a goat.
No, I don't know that. No, I didn't tell him that.
I didn't say. Wait, he gets very wild dreams when it's full moon, and
Yeah, and
he
I don't
just
remember
wakes up
anything.
and his room is all trashed.
Yeah.
And stuff. And he doesn't remember anything further than that. I get why it makes him suspicious, all the noises and stuff. But then again, remember how the person who escorted us to the things, there were like a bunch of buttons, right? Like he had to press the right buttons and get back in his room. How would he know the code? I really don't think secret has anything to do with it.
Well, Maximilian could have always walked in to check in on us, but
Well,
whatever.
But Maximilian was found at the bar. And even if he got into Secret's room, he'd still have to get him at the bar and return into his room, which he would need the code for. So I really don't think he did it. Although I do think he should be more clear with us about what happened to him from the start, but that's beside the point now. It happened.
Well, none of this lines up, but it doesn't make him any less suspicious with the blood.
I know.
I can't explain the blood either. I just don't know.
But what I'm trying to say is let's try to speak to more people and not have Secret as our prime suspect. To get some more information and then see what we can do with that.
All right, but I'm still wary of you, and remember that.
That is
Sure, yeah.
completely fine. Thank you for
We walk out.
Okay. Dorky, you wanna go talk to the blacksmith lady?
I still want to see what's under here. Is it alright if I just toss a rock, see what's down here real quickly? I won't go in, I promise. Alright, I take a little pebble and toss it.
You hear it clank and fall, and eventually you don't hear it anymore.
Well, I guess I'll look at that later. Alright, I'll go with you, sure.
Did you hear or see anything down there?
No, that's the problem.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything. I threw a rock and then it just gone.
Wait, can I
What?
Can I open the
I
hatch
threw
and
a
do
rock and nothing happened.
Can I do an Arcana check on the
Sure.
hatch? Like the stairway, kind of. 17.
You get the same reading as you did in the veranda. The whole entire place feels magical.
Okay. I think it's some kind of magical darkness. And we don't have to. Yes.
But like, why would Maximilian? Why would it be dangerous for Maximilian? Come on. If it was dangerous, then wouldn't it have saved him down there? I don't know. If he was protected.
I don't know. Let's not be.
I feel like that's where he sleeps. Okay.
That might be. But there's things as darkness spells. And we don't have the tools or spells to.
We can hold our hands in lockdown, though.
You won't see anything at all.
So?
Nothing.
That's romantic.
What if we hold our hands in the dungeon, guys?
I don't think it's a good idea to go down there and take that from a dude who has been dead.
Okay, well if you're dead, you can walk down there first, and then you won't die.
am not gonna risk it.
Okay. How about you guys? How about we look through different areas and investigate? We're just
we got,
sticking
like,
together.
34.
Yes. Okay,
minutes.
that's exactly why we should split.
We have
up.
exactly
Okay, I'll go
34
back to
minutes.
We can speak to multiple people at once, right?
Well, maybe
Like,
some
at
people
the
are
same-
still asleep. I don't fucking know.
Well, I want to talk to the blacksmith real quick.
All right, you find her working on an armor set. carefully crafting the small little scales on the bottom end of the torso.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hmm.
Do you know? You must have heard what happened to Maximilian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard anything or seen anything suspicious last night?
Well, I was mostly here working on this. There's a small incident that happened with White, and she will like lean her head towards the door on her left. This one.
Okay.
After that, I had made a little bit of. They made some rounds around the place to clear my head, getting frustrated with the work. I found a lot of the staff members hiding out in the office. They seem to be having fun. But after that, I continued working until about 2 a.m. Then I went to bed.
Okay.
All right.
Would you mind telling us what the incident with what it was about?
Oh, I heard a small explosion. Nothing too out of the ordinary from back there, but it's always good to go check in.
Do you think it's okay if you go talk to them?
Oh, by all means. And he offers services as well.
Just a quick question. When you went to bed at 2 a.m., was White still in the back room working? Or did he leave before you?
I don't think White leaves that workshop too often.
Alright, thanks. We're going in, right?
Alright, as soon as you open the door, you hear an audible yelp coming from White, and then a quick sheet is thrown over the table that he is working at. And White is a small male gnome with spastic eyes and Einstein hair, all kinds of pointing at different kinds of directions, and singe marks all over the place. And he'll immediately turn around and say, "Oh yes, hello, hi, how can I help you?"
Hi, have you noticed what happened out there in the main room?
The what now?
The dining hall?
The bar?
Yes, what about it?
Yeah, did you hear what happened there?
Have you seen Maximilian?
Oh no, not really.
Okay, so this might, be shocking to you, but he's dead.
Oh well, that's a shame.
Have you by chance heard or seen anything last night?
Oh no, not too much, not too much. I heard a yelp from the forge. Pretty late in the night. I didn't bother checking in though.
What time? Do you remember?
Oh, let's see, what time was that? Oh man, hang on. See, I was doing this and that happened, right? That happened after, right. Oh man, it was around maybe 2 a.m.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright. Wait, oh sure, does that line up with the story Red told?
She told us that she went to bed at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and she
Well,
didn't. She said an incident happened earlier.
Yeah, but she said the incident was in here, an explosion in here.
I'm kind of scared of her, but let's let's talk about it anyway.
Hey, Red, you sure you just went to bed at 2 a.m.?
Yeah, I went to
Nothing
bed
else happened?
around 2 a.m.
And before that, like, anything happened in here? You said you were working on something, right?
Yeah, I was.
And did that go smoothly?
Oh yeah, you probably talked to White. Yeah. Well, you see, I was working on the armor, and I stopped paying attention for 1 second and accidentally kind of smashed my finger.
Can I see your smash finger?
You weirdo.
Yeah. And you'll see in fact that the nail is very incredibly bruised, purple, and very much swollen.
Alright, yeah, checks out, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm in here. Can I go and ask this guy if he heard anything?
Yes. She is very much the librarian type. Square glasses, blue hair tied into a neat bun, reading at her desk.
Hey, have you heard anything? I'm just gonna snap at her.
Besides your voice, yes.
What'd you hear?
Well, I heard that Maximilian croaked it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty true. Did you hear anything last night? Is what I'm trying to
What
ask.
didn't I hear last night? Well, I suppose you want the whole entire rundown, yes? Well, I'll just make it simple for your small brain.
Thank you.
After the banquet, I went and organized some of the bookshelves. Maximilian came in around 10 p.m. and tried to help, but he is very much not helpful when it comes to this, so I ushered him out. Around 11 p.m., I was doing some light reading, and I heard some glass smash outside the bar room door. Didn't really bother. And then, after that, believe it or not, probably around midnight, I heard a bunch of commotion out in the bar. I heard Maximilian in a woman's voice talking loudly. I thought I may have heard a laugh, or it might have been a cry, I don't really know. Eventually, Maximilian came back in here at 1 a.m. Felt pretty drunk to me, a little giddy. Tried reading some books. I was starting to get pretty agitated, really, so I told him to go home. And he did. Get out,
Does
basically.
he not live here?
No, he
okay.
does live here. Just
Okay.
go to his own respective area. And yeah, he went, and then soon after I figured there was no hope for me trying to get any kind of more reading done without any noise going on. So I went to bed myself. That was probably around 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Okay. Did you not leave at all this area?
No,
Or
I
did you
went
stay
back. I
in
went
the
to my
library?
quarters at 3 a.m.
Where's your quarters at?
Same as the rest of them, out by the courtyard.
So you walk through the bar.
Yes.
And did you see a body at all?
There was no
when you walked
body
through
in the bar at 3 a.m.
Okay. And real quick, do you have pen or quill and paper? I need to borrow it and not give it back. It's not borrowing, sorry.
Sure,
Well, the quill is boring.
Yeah, I can give the quill back, my paper. Can you hand it over?
Yeah, she'll hand you some paper and a quill and an inkwell.
Yes, thank you so much. And I wave her goodbye, and I walk
Does
out. And I
Tahorka know
tell
how
everyone
to
what happened.
write?
No. So I was gonna hand it over to the dude standing by the door and let him write something. Or
Can I
girl. I
talk
don't
Hey,
know.
to this guy?
Hey,
whoever
Wait, let me
is?
tell everyone what happened real
yeah,
quickly. Yeah.
exactly. It's
I'm just gonna say I told them because I don't want to try to summarize all that.
and I tell what secret and I heard from Red and White.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hand the paper to this dude real quickly and see if he can write anything down about what happened last night. Because he said he heard and saw stuff.
What's going on? What's first?
Oh.
Investigate this guy, whoever he is.
Yes. Orange. She is a half-orc. And she seems to be the person who operates the bar when Maximilian is not there. And she is just looking over a concern at the bar.
Well, have you heard anything, seen anything? You work the bar and your bar has a corpse on it, so...
Well,
Tell me what you...
I didn't see much. I cleaned the kitchen, swept the veranda, and cleaned the courtyard before going to bed. I didn't really see much.
Isn't cleaning the kitchen the chef's responsibility? Why were you in the kitchen?
Well, they never really get it done. They kind of spend more time arguing than actually doing their work.
Right, thank you. Can I go over to the kitchen?
You go to the kitchen.
Oh, and don't forget,
but first,
3 a.m. there's no body, so keep that
first,
in mind.
before we do the kitchen scene, we will go over back to Tahorkin and Black.
Yes, okay. I hand them the paper and I ask them if they can write down what they heard or saw last night.
They will take the paper and write down.
Draws like a dick on it.
They write down orange, gray, indigo. Office 1 a.m.
Office 1 a.m. Wait, I don't know where the office
Yeah,
is.
that's the office
And
party. Someone
wait,
told us the office is the library, I think.
if my character can't write, he can't read, so I'm gonna hand it over to one of the other guys who
I
actually
can read
can.
Oh,
every
and red,
language.
and
so-
red.
And
Wait,
red. Okay.
what
Wait,
does it
1
say?
a.m.
1
Yeah.
a.m.
Red didn't say anything about 1 a.m.
Yeah, Red said
That
she
checks out.
checked in
Oh,
on
okay.
she checked in on the party there and then did something and went to sleep.
Wait, what did it say? The paper?
Gray, yellow,
Something.
orange, red, 1 a.m.
Gray, red, orange,
In the
yellow, 1 a.m.
office.
Well, indigo is
Indigo as well?
or did you call that one purple earlier? Violet, I don't know.
Okay, so gray,
because-
red, orange, yellow, indigo, 1 a.m.
Yes. And now, Vatu walked into the kitchen. When you walk into the kitchen, it is a complete and total mess. Everything is scattered, plates shattered, food pantry raided, and you see Violet and Indigo actually rather civilly kind of grumbling to each other about the state of things.
Excuse me to bother you, but I want to question you what you heard, who you saw during the murder. I also want to mention that Orange claims to have been cleaning the kitchen, and I come in here and it is not very clean. No offense to you lot, but
Oh
care to
yes, well,
explain?
she did definitely clean the kitchen, but they say the issue arises that something happened after she cleaned the kitchen. And we are currently trying to figure out what to do with this mess now, because now we have to restock the whole entire pantry, and clean everything, and fix the plates. It's honestly a mess.
So she does come here to clean the kitchen, but
Yes,
I
yes.
assume you spend most of your time in here, and I want to ask you if she was here with you cleaning the kitchen.
Yes,
Or
yes,
is
she was cleaning the kitchen probably around 10 p.m.
2 to 10 p.m. Okay, thank you.
I didn't, no, not 2 to 10, 10, just 10 p.m.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Mhm.
Fuck.
I'm gonna ask this girl real quickly what time she saw the body.
I discovered
Did
it
she
around
see the
6
body?
a.m.
Okay, 6 a.m.
Wait, didn't the blue guy say earlier that he was sitting in the office until 3 a.m. But when this guy said who all was at the party, he didn't list them.
Blue was,
That's
that is not the office, that is the library.
Oh, that's not the office. Alright.
Where's
There's
the office at?
The office is behind the library.
Oh, this
Oh, okay.
thing.
Oh, this place. Okay.
Wait, they didn't say anything about people walking
well-
past them, though, right?
Yeah, they don't have.
Well,
to,
you can
but-
also go
yeah.
this way.
Well, I mean, then why wouldn't they have said? That's true. That is true. They didn't walk there.
Yeah, notice
Alright.
Black always posts here, so you can assume that they
Oh,
came in through
yeah,
this
actually.
entrance.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yes. Well.
As you walk into the office, you see a bunch of scrolls and maps, a large desk and a couch, and lots of shelves full with scroll cases. And you see a rather small Aarakocra, a small male human with owl-like features, the little eyebrow plumes and the like, and they are kind of sniffling to themselves as they look over a map on the table. They are standing on the table. They're probably like gnome size.
I have to
Hey.
go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
You can talk. I don't care. Alright, Brittany.
Hey. Have you heard what happened to Maximilian?
Yes, yes, yes. It's
Okay,
sad.
Have you seen or heard anything out of the ordinary last night?
No, nothing too out of the ordinary. I was here most of the time.
Who else was here? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh well, I don't think they'd be too. Well, what do you know? No.
Excuse me? I think
Well-
we're the one asking the questions here.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to say anything that might make them upset. Be upset.
Don't you worry about that. You worry about making us upset, so you better start making sense here.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of the staff comes in here from time to time to play poker, and to have kind of an after party, and I watched while they did, and there was a few things that kind of went on that probably may be interesting. I don't really know, but Indigo was in here, and about halfway through the poker night, Violet came in and started throwing accusations at Indigo about something, but I had to go and get Silver to help break it up.
And what time was this? Do you remember?
Oh well, this all kind of happened around 2 a.m.
And what did you do after that?
I I watched him play for a bit more and had a few drinks and left kind of late in the morning.
How late?
Oh, it might have been I don't remember. Could have been 4.
And did you you left to the sleeping places, right?
Yes.
So you went through the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And did you notice anything inside the bar?
I wasn't seeing things too well. I might have had a bit too much, and it was kind of bumping into everything.
Yeah, but I think you would have noticed this. I mean, maybe slipped on the blood.
What? Huh?
Do
I
you
don't.
not have any idea what's going on?
Was Red still at the party after 2 a.m.?
Red came in. You were told that Red came in to check in on the poker table, not stay.
Oh,
They
right.
didn't stay and play.
Right. Okay.
Wait, what's this color? It's brown. Just call it brown. That's
Yes.
it.
Okay.
He said 4 a.m.
Well, thank you for your time.
Of course.
Can I question Yellow again?
You may.
Listen, Yellow, I know you're in shock and you think it's hopeless, but I need you to cooperate with us, and I need you to tell us where you were, what you saw, and what happened.
Okay. So here's everything that I have. I helped clean up the decorations for a bit. Maximilian came to help, but dismissed us after pretty early in the night. And I snuck in with a few others to go play poker in the office.
How early in the night did he dismiss you?
Oh, really early. It might have been 10 or 11.
Okay. Well, I have one big favor to ask you. I need you to escort us to the rooms and to investigate the buttons. If you can do that for us, that would be really great.
I'm not sure what you expect to find, but I'd be more than happy to help.
Listen, we're desperate right now, so anything helps.
All right. You'll be led back into the room. This is your 15-minute warning.
Oh shit.
What are you asking of them to do?
I want you to show me how the buttons work, how the rooms operate.
Well, every button corresponds to a room, and the room is picked hand-tailored to whoever is inside of this room. This lower half right here, once the colors correspond to the staff rooms.
Okay, are you the only one operating these buttons, or does anyone else know how?
I usually operate it for patrons, but anybody here can operate it. That's how they all get to their rooms.
Okay, can I make a perception or what investigation check on the buttons and see if they have any other fingerprints on them?
You may.
12. This was an investigation, so 15.
Christina's can be.
15.
Yeah, they're You see no meddling or off fingerprints or anything with like red smudging or anything like that. No evidence.
Well,
Can we check?
well, thank you for cooperating.
Of course.
Can we check around the body, see if maybe there might have been like blood anywhere else besides just on the table, on the bar?
Investigation.
Okay, well, I'm probably gonna fail that, but I'll do it. Oh, natural 20. Would you look at that?
The blood is mostly circulated around Maximilian himself. But there are spatters. More so around here. Here.
And
Where was
nowhere else.
where was the shattered glass again?
They heard shattered glass.
Oh, they heard shattered glass. Okay.
Blue did at 11 p.m.
Okay.
Didn't they
Well,
say that they heard it
a lot of
outside?
people passed through here after 11 a.m. p.m. and there was no body. So
Well, it was like, what was it,
I've-
3 a.m., no body, so I
Yeah.
think that's like a good time frame on knowing
I-
when he got killed. Is the body still warm?
Do you would like to make
Hey,
a
I don't
medicine
know.
check to find time of death?
Who wants to do
Sure.
that?
Oh,
Who's got
what
the higher
kind of check?
investigation? Investigation check to see what the time
Oh
of
yeah,
death.
I can do that.
14.
Medicine.
Medicine, yeah, maybe we should get the doctor guy to do an autopsy.
Yeah, that's true. We probably should have. That would have been a good idea. But can he talk?
Medicine check?
Yeah, it's a medicine check.
I don't. I
No.
have a very low wisdom, so I'm not doing that.
Whoever has the highest.
Did somebody
wisdom.
roll already?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 15.
15? You estimate the time of death to be anywhere between late 2 a.m. to early 4 a.m.
Hmm.
3 a.m.
And she didn't see anyone
At 3 a.m.
at 3 a.m.
And 4 a.m. brown guy walked through.
Yes.
And didn't see anything. So I think
Well-
it's between the blue one and the
And
oh, right? Because she didn't mention anything about people partying next to her, right?
Uh,
You would have
I
heard
think
that, right? If
yeah,
they're
yeah,
talking.
I think
And
she said the
also-
promotion.
well, she
That's
said
true.
something about a woman's scream. Right. So.
A woman talking with Maximilian.
Well, oh. Yeah,
Where'd
yeah.
she hear
yeah,
that?
way earlier.
In the bar.
Okay.
At
Well, I don't know anything about
midnight.
this.
At midnight.
I assume all of you keep each other updated.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's easier than being like, I
We-
feel
we are
bad.
in the
I
crunch
wasn't
time
there,
now,
So I don't know
so-
anything about it.
We only
Yeah,
have 10
oh, I
minutes.
see,
To,
okay.
We really need to.
Yeah.
Okay, let's question Blue, I guess.
Okay.
Oh god, there's more of you now.
Yes.
Hi. I brought friends.
What do you
Okay,
want this
so-
time?
We checked the body and we estimate the time of that to be anywhere between 2 and 4 a.m.
Okay.
You walked back at 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and you said you didn't see anything.
Nope.
The person in the office, I forgot his name, Brown. He told us that he walked back at 4 a.m. and also didn't see anything.
Okay.
Is there something you want to tell us that
No.
you're holding back from us? Maybe.
No. No. I told you all that I told you.
Can I do a perception check on the bear rug to see if anything's off with the bear rug? Because, you know, mauling, died by mauling, none of these guys have claws, I think.
You
so,
may.
It's a +5, 11.
11.
Fair dragon girl.
Well, Brown
Claws
seems to be
and
owlish in nature, and owls are predators. Keep in mind that.
Yeah,
what are you
but
looking
mauling teeth marks?
specifically
Do they
at
have
the
teeth?
bear sequence?
I'm checking the claws for maybe some remains of blood.
You see minor discolorment in a
Ah.
couple of the claws.
Oh, the bear rug is sus, guys.
Can I make? I assume secret tells us. So can I
Yeah.
make an Arcana check on the barrack to see if any magic has been used on it?
What are you gonna do?
Can I check if any magic has been used on the barrack recently?
You may try.
Okay. 16.
16.
Yes.
The magic that surrounds this place is too thick to try and discern something so specific.
Okay.
So I guess prompted by these lattice column, I check really closely, even at its maw and everything, to see if I can make something out. Would it be investigation or perception?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I'm just checking more closely because I, saw the discolourment on the paws. So I check the teeth as well to see if there's something there or generally something.
Okay.
So investigation or perception?
Investigation.
Alright, investigation. Plus 2, right? 15.
15. You check underneath the claws, and you do find little speckles of red.
Okay, guys. So this obviously lines up with the killing. Something happened with this bear, right?
Why don't we move the bear rug out of the way?
Yeah,
then?
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we tug the bear rug out of the way.
Blue just kind of peeks over her book and says, "What are you doing to my rug?"
There's
your
blood
mouth.
on it,
We're
ma'am.
working.
There's
You
blood under
would
it.
have
We're
blood on
moving
it,
it.
and
Oh, then
you
by
might
all
want
means,
to
take a
ignore
look.
that.
All right, thank you. Didn't know we
Okay.
needed permission.
We move it over
All
a
right,
few feet, like over there maybe.
you move it over there. Are we like
Yeah,
checking from like? Are you checking under the rug?
Yeah.
Basically, there is nothing under the rug.
Oh wait, can we move the desk and see maybe if there's blood on the near that area too?
Okay.
All right, well, I guess we nudge the desk out of the way and see if there's anything. Is she okay with that too?
She is mumbling to herself begrudgingly.
Okay, cool.
We do not.
As a matter of fact,
We've got
she
6
kind
minutes.
of moves over to a
Yeah, I'm
chair
probably
and
gonna
just
fail.
starts reading over there. You move the desk and you find nothing.
Okay, well, that was a waste of time.
Did she say anything about anybody else entering into the library?
Only Maximilian.
Maximilian was the only one that entered through the library, and that was like at what, midnight, something like that, or was it like 2, 1, 2, something like that?
Once
I don't
at
know. One of
10,
those times.
once at 2 a.m.
Okay, 2 a.m. So he was still alive at 2 a.m. reportedly.
Yeah, but it was between 2 and 4 a.m. that it happened.
So do you think
presumably.
as he was leaving the library he got killed? And they were doing a poker game before that, so I mean, would they have met halfway through, in between, something like that?
Okay, so Brown said the poker game lasted until like what, 4 a.m.
4 a.m. Yes.
If
That's
it lasted
when-
until
that's
4
when
a.m.,
Brown
how did no one
left.
see anything?
Oh, that's when Brown
Oh,
left.
yeah. I think Brown's suspicious then. If he didn't see a body, it doesn't matter that he's blind. I think he would have smelled it or something like that.
But wait, then the poker game went on with other guys who was also in the poker game, like Yellow and
You don't
But
know
when
when
did
the poker game ended.
yeah.
Oh, we should go ask real quick.
Yeah.
Yes,
Who you're
Oh,
asking?
yeah.
Brown.
Wait, Brown left at 4 a.m. Brown doesn't know when it ended.
Yeah, but he was there until 4 a.m. So he knows. He's probably
who's
the
left
last one
now,
that
yeah.
left.
Oh,
who knows? It might have ended.
the poker game was still. I think it was winding down by the time I left. It's hard to remember.
Can we
Okay.
do an investigation check on the room itself?
Who
then?
were the guys left playing?
5-minute warning. Who were the
Jesus
guys left
Christ.
playing?
not
That
gonna
would have
get this
been. I pause and look at notes. Don't worry. Who
know
was
if we're
left
gonna
at
get
the
this
poker
dates.
game?
We're not. I can guarantee you.
Blue was left.
Blue was never in the poker game.
Oh, I thought he said blue. Was
Yellow, orange, and silver were the only ones left playing poker at that point. No, hang on, no. Indigo and Violet were also playing poker at that time. So blue,
Wait, someone
indigo,
said orange.
violet, silver, orange.
Wait, what were the genders of all these people again?
Oh yeah, because it's female.
Right. So, Violet and Indigo are both male.
Okay, so they. were
Yellow and
probably
Orange
ruled
are
out.
female.
Yellow and orange. They might be
And
the most
Silver is
suspicious.
female.
Oh, and silver. Okay, well, to be fair, think about it. Claw marks and teeth marks. Silver is a dragon girl. Just
Fair-
zip over.
fair point.
Someone did use the bear rug somehow, but I
Oh,
can't
can we
figure out
investigate?
how.
Can we investigate her and see if she's got anything on her hands?
You may.
Okay, who wants to roll investigation?
I can do that. Oh my god.
I'll roll it.
So stressed, dude. I
yeah.
want to get
Fuck.
this.
Everyone roll
Yeah,
investigation.
everyone rolling highest one. God.
I got 4.
But we're all rolling investigation.
I
You
guess so.
may.
I got 3.
Oh my
I got
God.
13.
Okay, that's a little bit
13,
more.
Okay.
13's the highest, so we got on that.
Her hands, which are dragon-like in nature, are pristine.
To be fair, if it was a murder scene, I think that anyone would wash their hands.
How long did you play poker last night?
Good question.
Oh, I think we all ended around late 4 a.m.
You all went left at the same time?
Oh, well, Violet and Indigo kind of passed out at the table. I don't know where Orange and Yellow went, but I went around back to check on something.
What'd you check
What
on?
were you checking on?
Another staff member.
Who?
Who?
This is our.
Who?
You don't really need to worry about her.
Why don't we need to worry about her? This is a murder. Come on.
Because if you probably show your face around her, you'll probably wind up dead.
I don't
Oh, so
care.
that's not a
Like
murder
Maximilian?
suspect at all.
Yeah.
That's why you
Not like
were
you're not
No.
a suspect either, woman.
No, you don't understand. She
Woman.
can't leave her post. That's why I went to go check on her.
Why'd you have to go check on her?
Because she can't leave her post, and if she
Does that have to
winds
do with
up
anything?
leaving her post, it could be cataclysmic for probably a lot of people.
Who do you think was the murderer?
Who do I? Oh, I have no idea.
Hear about that?
No clue.
Okay, so we have 3 women and
We have
the
1
person
minute
in the
left.
back. And yeah, we probably already failed this. I don't know who the
we
woman from
suspect?
that.
Let's just
So-
talk to Orange real quick
Yeah.
and ask when they left.
Alright,
Yeah.
Orange,
And
when
yellow
did you
too.
leave
Don't forget
poker?
yellow.
We left around 4 a.m. Indigo and Violet passed out, and Brown left early, so we...
Did she pass
And-
through the bar?
And her eyes dart to black.
Well, what?
Are you nervous about?
we didn't pass through the bar.
Around her.
Surround her.
We didn't sleep last night, me and Yellow.
Why not?
Why not?
We kind of got caught up in something.
They had sex.
In what?
In
Well,
what?
It's,
Listen,
We,
there's a murder mystery going on. Come on.
Answer.
we were playing Go Fish.
Oh, go fish.
Right.
Where were you playing this?
In the training room.
You
There's
were
also
playing
blood
fish in
spatters
the-
over there.
And there was shadow grass over there.
And you didn't hear
No, they heard Shattered Glass in the bar at 11 p.m.
Silver Guy die when you were playing Go Fish in the training room right next door.
No.
And when you were done, what did you do?
That was probably around 6 a.m. when Silver alerted us of the body.
So Silver's on your side. I'm still suspicious of Silver. She walked through at 4 in the morning and she didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Her eyes went black
Her eyes-
and very nervous.
Wait,
and-
would you know it said Silver didn't see anything? What do you mean?
Oh wait, no, she went to go check on the.
No, she
Zara.
went to
Never-
go check on. Yeah.
45 seconds.
Well, we've already failed.
Okay,
this.
we got.
Did we suspect? Who
Random
we
Who
accusation
suspect?
is
The
black.
yellow and orange, dude.
One thing at a time.
I think yellow. Let's go.
I will allow one more encounter before time is up.
Well, that's.
Oh,
Okay.
Choose who to talk to wisely.
you're
Wait. Who did she talk to? The orange did.
Yellow. What do you
They were playing
And
something.
to play Go
with
Fish. Who?
Yeah,
Who?
yellow.
Or
Orange,
What
yellow.
she said Orange and Yellow were playing Go Fish in the training room.
And let's see. I'm sorry, but Black didn't see anything with them playing Go Fish, and he was the one chilling in there. Remember?
Black didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said he saw them go play poker, and that was it. He didn't say he saw anyone go into the training room, and
Yeah,
he's
but-
in there all the fucking time. So
Everyone left.
Would you like
the
to
room.
Yeah,
spend your
both-
last
both-
encounter talking to
He
Black?
He didn't comment
Yes,
on that at all.
let's do that.
yes.
Orange
Did they
Both orange and yellow were playing poker.
No,
Okay, let's
go fish.
just.
Get it
Yeah.
right.
No, they were playing poker,
And then they
and
came
then
into the training room.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Okay,
where he
let's
was at.
ask if you saw them playing Go Fish in the training room.
Perception check.
Reception. Gotcha. I think you have the
Yeah,
highest
yeah, it is.
wisdom.
Wait, no,
No.
it's fine. It's fine because I have +7 on that.
Oh shit.
So 13.
Do we not get an inspiration at all?
Someone got inspiration from recapping.
That was Datcha.
That was that shit.
I don't
You
remember.
didn't tell him he did, but okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, sure, I'll reroll.
Yeah, do it.
I do not reroll. Sticking with 13.
All right. So what is the action? What is happening?
13.
Aren't we asking him if he saw anyone play Go Fish in the training room?
All right,
That's
in
what
the
it was.
perception check.
Yeah.
You have that perception check. You their eyes widen. They kind of shuffle their feet a little bit and put their hands in their pocket.
Thinking shy. What is Go Fish, by the way?
It's a
It's-
card game,
It's a
Yeah,
card game.
Oh,
Mm.
so it's complete bullshit.
Listen here, we need to know if they did or not because there's a man dead over here. Come on. Isn't
Give
he
him
your boss,
paper
Max?
and a
I thought he was
quill.
your friend. Come on. Yeah, I hand him the paper and the quill. Come on, help us out.
They kind of like hastily scribble, like a yes. Like we all three of them were playing Go Fish. Because
Why didn't you mention it before?
she scribbles just kind of just really just kind of jarble and like you can't even read it. It's like so hastily scribbled. They seem pretty flushed.
oh, they were doing nasty Go Fish.
Yeah, those guys were having group sex in there.
No, I did not put that in my modules. They were actually playing Go Fish.
Sure.
Black gets lonely standing there all the time.
Dude, I really.
Okay,
And
we can either convict Dacha or we can convict Silver. Because at this point, we've got 3 alibis
it's
for.
something with the bear, right? So it can't be me.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and also he doesn't know the code to the buttons, so I really don't think it's.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
sequin.
It can't be actually.
No,
I'm
this
honestly.
guy was
As he sounds.
There's,
these
like,
dudes are clear to me.
I
there's-
think honestly,
These are as well.
Silver is the only one that really doesn't have an alibi besides. Well, okay, so the problem is Brown also fucking walked through there and didn't see shit. It doesn't matter that he couldn't see. You think he noticed a dead body
And he's an owl dude, so he has like
Yeah.
claws and shit. But then again, the fucking bear. Wait, maybe like he passed to and like dripped from his.
Oh, you know what? You might be right. And
I don't know,
think,
dude. I don't.
Well, I think Blue went to bed, right? At like 2, something like that.
Yeah, at 3 Blue went to bed, then at 4 he claimed to have been passed out drunk and went through here and not noticed anything.
Time's up. Final accusation.
Okay, who do we want to accuse? Let's.
Let's flip
let's
a coin,
do it.
dude.
Who are we accusing?
I don't
Who
know.
are
Well,
we-
Brown was stuttering a lot and was nervous.
Yeah.
And
Do
he
you wanna-
is an owl in nature, and the bear is suspiciously close to his office.
Yeah, and he didn't see
And-
anything there.
He
The
didn't
only thing
see
that-
anything conveniently.
Yeah.
And Silver is
Wanna
Silver.
go for Brown?
I'd say let's go for Brown.
Okay,
I
I
go
think
for
cool
Brown
with
might
that.
have been the murder.
Accusing the sweet owlboy. Okay.
No one
Well,
cares.
you all-
He should have seen the body.
You all tell, I'm assuming Silver, this.
Oh God, Silver, you don't.
And when you do,
Yes.
Maximilian jumps up and yells, "Incorrect!"
What?
Oh my God,
He
Max.
was not dead.
He was
Nope.
pranking us, dude.
That is the incorrect accusation. You were close. Congratulations on getting this far.
Oh,
the
who
hell?
was it then?
Oh, it was Blue.
So
what,
what
babe?
is blue?
Well,
Well, Congratulations. I hope you all enjoyed our Spookfest dinner and murder party.
That was
Did
fun.
you all have fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was worried sick.
Oh, don't worry about me.
Well, I actually grew a liking to you, so seeing you there was kind of upsetting.
This was so fun to set up.
So,
Any questions?
yes, what clues did we miss that led to blue?
Oh, well, you know, her bear rug was stained with blood, and I was
Yes.
mauled.
Yeah, but how do you kill someone? Did she
With a
put it
bear rug.
over herself like a coat and you used? I don't get it.
Well,
Maybe
if you were
magic, who
perhaps to
knows?
ask her about her skill set, I mean, most people in this bar are in some form a magic user.
Hmm. Well, guess we're not leveling up.
Oh, I guess not.
Hmm.
Well, congratulations. I can answer any questions about this whole entire thing if you want anything cleared up or clarified. But yeah, this is the end of the session.
Okay, I got a question. Is green
Yeah.
inspired on you?
No, no. All of them are just character tropes. Though I do very much enjoy the personality of Green. If
How-
you
He's
how-
all
really relatable, isn't he?
a few caveats of information, it was Green who raided the pantry.
Oh, he got
And
the munchies.
yeah, and Maximilian caught Green, and they both kind of raided the pantry and had fun at midnight, which is what Blue heard.
The glass, yes.
After that, Maximilian was rather under the influence and walked back in to the library to do some reading, but was too loud and was bothering Blue, so Blue murked Maximilian. That was the
Oh!
solution. I stated that Maximilian went to the library twice, and both times was agitating Blue. Blue has a rather short fuse if you were to discover that.
What?
And
Okay.
Brown is rather scatterbrained, if you could not tell, and very easily did miss the body when they were completely shit-faced.
Okay. Bouncy, if we check for a heartbeat on Maximilian, would we have
Nope.
no? Okay.
Jesus Christ. What was the blood in Sigurd's mail?
Oh, yes. Maximilian came into your room and framed you.
That's fucking thick.
And the roles I had you do was you attacking your closet wardrobe.
Yeah, that's
That's okay. Cool.
that's fucking thick.
Wow,
Motherfucker, all of them.
dude.
But yeah, if you guys would like to tune into the stream real quick, I can show you the notes.
Yes, please.
Here you guys go.
Oh.
This is the notes of the whole entire thing. I ran this for the other table too. You both ran the same thing, however, they had a different outcome. Do you guys remember when I told you guys to pick a color?
Yes.
Yes, you guys were picking the murderer for the other team.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Since
that's
you guys
cool.
agreed on red, they were the killer for them.
Did they get it?
No, they did not get theirs either. I'll have to decide which
Okay,
one
we're
of you
gonna
was
have to do
closer.
that.
Whoever got closer gets a boon.
We
A
discovered
boon?
the bear rug, so you know that was pretty
the
close.
boon.
Yeah,
Boutique.
I'm leaning towards you guys discovering it closer, but yeah, here I have the schedules of everything everybody did
Oh
for
wow.
8 hours.
Sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
But yeah, there was a small few things that happened and all that. That stuff. Also, yeah, Green also raided Gray's stock of stuff as well. That was another outcome that could have been foretold and all kinds of other stuff.
Really cool.
Yeah. But yeah, if I were to probably judge, I would say this table did get closer, so you all would probably receive a boon. I'm not sure why
What
you
is a
guys stopped
boon, dude?
suspecting Blue, considering the fact her bear rug had blood on it, but
Yeah, because maybe the brown dude passed through, and I don't know.
yes, there's a
That
lot
was
of red
pretty-
herrings.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah,
solve. It's genuinely hard to
whole-
solve.
The whole
Yes.
some people were still left at the poker table thing. That took us like 20 minutes to figure out. They all were.
Yeah.
None of them went through the bar, and by the time
Who
I had already forgotten about Blue.
who did they guess? The other party.
They accused Orange.
Orange, I see.
I can't believe you guys accused Brown.
And why were
He was
orange,
stuttering
yellow,
a
and
lot, and you
black
know how
playing
And he did
strip
steal
people
his
fish?
are.
fucking
He's
body.
nervous.
They were playing. Why were they playing a strip version of a card game?
They were
With
not.
Bouncy?
They were not.
Why did he get all shy?
Because she is the dark and brooding
Oh,
type
she-
and wanted to keep that appearance.
Okay.
She didn't want to admit playing Go Fish with people.
Thanks, Mav.
Shut up, Moth.
I agree, man.
Well, can we go shopping again? And can
Yes,
I
yes.
claim
You will
my
continue. You will
correct
continue
hammer?
your shopping and stuff like that next session, which will not be next week, but the week after.
Okay.
But yeah, that is the
Well,
conclusion. Hope you all
Okay.
enjoyed. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes. Happy Halloween.
And I will go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed watching this and having fun trying to figure out who it was. This is a very modular, very interchangeable session, and I will most likely run it in the future again if you all are up for it, with a different killer, of course. And this time you'll have some foreknowledge about how it's most likely just a game. And you can have fun interacting with other characters. You all missed out on talking to a lot of the people, you know. Green is always fun to hang around, and
Yeah, but I knew it couldn't have been green, so I was like, nah.
Well, green is too useless to do anything.
okay, do remember, Green was passed out in the library. That could have led to some initial suspicion if you all figured or had suspicions of someone in the library.
I suspected him for a short time, like just a few seconds, but then I was like, nah, it's not the stone.
It's never the stoner.
Okay, so we get no XP at all.
You all receive enough experience to get you all to 899.
I hate you, Bouncy. I really hate you.
And I will now end the stream. Have a good one, everybody. Happy
hate you
Halloween.
so much. Bye.